Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to dive into one of JavaScript's most misunderstood, but honestly one of its most powerful features, symbols. We're going to see how they can be your secret weapon for writing code that's cleaner and way more resilient. Let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? That little bit of fear every developer has, especially when you're working with code you don't fully own, like a third-party library or a shared component. You add what seems like a totally harmless property to an object, and then somewhere else in the app, boom, the whole thing just falls apart. But what if there was a way to completely prevent that? So what's the real villain here? Well, a lot of the time it's just a simple property name collision. You see, when we use plain old strings as keys for object properties, we're basically playing with fire in a shared space. Let's see exactly what that looks like. Okay, so check this out. It's a super simple example, but it shows just how dangerous this can be. Imagine this user object comes from some external library. Our script on the left adds an ID, but then some other script, totally unaware of what we're doing, does the exact same thing on the right. And just like that, the second script completely overwrites our value. Our code is now officially broken, and good luck trying to figure out what went wrong. So this brings us to the big question, right? How can we tack on our own data or properties to an object that we don't really control without ever having to worry about stomping on someone else's property or having them stomp on ours? Well, guess what? The answer is a feature built right into JavaScript for this exact situation, symbols. They are specifically designed to be unique identifiers, and they're the perfect key to solve this collision problem once and for all. Okay, so what is a symbol really? It's a primitive data type, just like a string or a number. But its one and only job is to be unique. Every single time you create a new symbol, you get a brand new unique value that is guaranteed, like 100%, to never clash with any other value, ever. Now look at this code. We're making two different symbols, our I and their I. But notice, we're giving them both the exact same description string, ID. And this is super important. That description is just a helpful label for us humans when we're debugging. It has absolutely no effect on the symbol's actual value. All right, here's the million-dollar question. Since we made them with the exact same description, would you expect them to be equal to each other? Nope. The answer is a big, fat false. And honestly, this is the magic of symbols. Even with identical descriptions, the symbols themselves are completely, totally unique. That description is just a little note for the developer. The JavaScript engine sees them as two entirely different things. And this right here, this slide just lays it all out beautifully. On the left, using a string key leads to that destructive overwrite. But look at the right. The solution is so elegant. Our code creates its own unique symbol, and the other script creates its own. We can both add data to the exact same object using our unique symbol keys, and there's absolutely zero conflict. Boom. Problem solved. Just like that. But wait, there's more. The power of symbols isn't just about being unique. They're also designed to be kind of hidden from a lot of common ways you'd inspect an object, which gives us another layer of protection. Let's see how this makes our code even safer. So let's say you try to loop over that user object with a classic for and loop. You're only going to get the keys that are strings. Any properties you've added using a symbol as the key, they're completely skipped. And that's not a bug, it's a feature. It's designed to stop other scripts from accidentally finding and messing with your private data. And it's not just that one loop either. A bunch of other common methods, like object.keys and even json.stringify, also ignore symbolic properties by default. This is all on purpose. The whole goal is to prevent other code from accidentally tripping over your internal metadata. It's like giving your property a secret invisibility cloak. Okay, so you might be thinking, are they totally invisible? Well, not exactly. If you want to get to them, you absolutely can. Object.assign, for instance, will copy them, which makes total sense if you're trying to clone an object. And then you have specific tools like object.getOwnProperty symbols that are built for the job. The whole point is they're hidden from accidents, but not from intention. All right, so far it's all been about making unique private keys. But what happens when you actually want to share a symbol across different parts of your application? Let's level up and check out some more advanced stuff. I mean, think about it. What if you have some well-known key that multiple separate parts of your code all need to use to access the same property on an object? If you created a new unique symbol in each place, it wouldn't work. We need a way to create one symbol and then reuse it everywhere. And for that, we have something called the Global Symbol Registry. Just compare these two sides. On the left, you see the normal behavior we already talked about. Calling symbol always gives you a new unique thing, so they're not equal. But on the right, we use symbol.for. What this does is it tells JavaScript to look in a global app-wide list for a symbol with the key ID. If it finds it, it gives it back. If it doesn't, it creates a new one and puts it in the list. This means every single call to symbol.for ID in your entire application will return the exact same symbol. And to top it all off, JavaScript itself has these special built-in symbols that it uses to control how objects fundamentally behave. You can think of them like special hooks or secret levers that let you change how JavaScript works from the inside. For example, if you define a method on your object with the key symbol.iterator, you can teach JavaScript exactly how a for.of loop should work on it. It's an incredibly powerful way to make your own custom objects feel like they're native parts of the language. Whew, okay, that was a lot. So let's bring it all home and talk about the big picture. When should you actually be reaching for a symbol in your day-to-day code? When it comes down to it, there are really three main times you'll want to reach for a symbol. Number one, and this is the most common one, use them to add those hidden properties to objects you don't own to stop naming conflicts. Number two, use the global registry with symbol.for when you need one single shared key that works across your whole app. And finally, number three, for the advanced stuff, use those well-known system symbols to teach your objects new tricks and make them work perfectly with JavaScript's core features. So, if you walk away with just one thing today, I want it to be this. Symbols let you create properties that are safe from accidents. They can't be accidentally accessed or overwritten by some other piece of code. It's all about protection, and it lets you build much more robust systems. And there you have it, JavaScript symbols in a nutshell. As you can see, they're not just some obscure feature. They are a super practical tool for solving very common real-world problems. So I'll leave you with this question. What's some secret data that you're going to start protecting with symbols in your next project? Thanks for watching.